Hey guys, today I'm going to do a video to support you with writing this week. As you watch this video, I want you to keep a few things in mind, and that is this video is designed for you to watch at your own pace. I don't expect for you to need to watch the entire thing all in one go. You have that option, absolutely. However, I have used this slide to organize this video in terms of what day you need to learn which things so that you have um oh, this is Baxter. Say hi to Baxter. So that you have some support with your writing on that day. So in this video, when I get to the Tuesday slide, I'm going to be talking about the writing that you're going to be doing on Tuesday. So feel free, for example, on Wednesday to fast forward until you see Wednesday in the slide, or skip parts of this that you've already seen. Watch this video at your own pace to support you. Our topic for today is Earth Day, and it's another informational writing essay so that we're building on the information we learned last week. The more practice you get with writing, the better off you will get. And so this week we're going to continue to hone our informational writing skills by writing about a topic connected to Earth Day. Happy belated Earth Day! Alrighty. So for Tuesday, your goal is to learn about the prompt for your new writing essay and your what are your thoughts on it? Monday, we're going to finish last week's essay. Tuesday, we start fresh. So starting today, you're going to learn about something new, which is awesome. Instructions. Now, these instructions are kind of overall, so feel free to come back to this at any point. So, in the beginning of the week, on Tuesday, you're going to make your own copy of this slideshow that I'm using to create this video, and you are going to use this Google slideshow to plan your writing. However, when you're done planning your writing and you have to move on to the draft stage, you're going to do your draft and you're going to do your editing and your revising all inside of a Google document that you share with your teacher, me, and your parents, and that's it. So this is kind of instructions at a glance overall, but I'm right now just going to be focusing on what you're doing on Tuesday. So on today, you are going to go into the week at a glance or the daily schedule for Tuesday. You're going to click to make a copy of this Google slide presentation so that you can type inside of here. And that will allow you to organize your thoughts, organize your writing before your draft in one Google slide presentation. Now, we're going to start by talking about the prompt. For your Earth Day essay, headline news: Earth is facing some serious environmental problems. The Help Our World How Foundation has announced that it will give 1 million, that's right, $1 million to help solve the most serious environmental problem Earth currently faces. So that's it. That's Tuesday. Now we're going to go ahead. We're going to move on to Wednesday. The goal for Wednesday is to pick your topic and type your topic inside of this Google slide presentation to submit your topic. On slide 10, you can type the topic that you have chosen to use. So the question is, what issues are facing our world today? And I want you to start by thinking about this question. What issues are facing our world? Now, that is a really vague question. There's a million different answers for that. I want you to think about what issues you are interested in that are facing our world. So I want you to start thinking about that, and we're going to start to narrow it down together. There are 6 different topics that I have narrowed it down to, and I want you to use one of those 6 options. The first option is vanishing species. Um, in other words, animals are disappearing uh, from the wild, and we are more and more seeing different types of animals disappearing from the wild. I have a San Diego Zoo membership. Whenever I get to go to the zoo, I learn all about endangered animals by talking to zookeepers, reading the little placards animal by the animal cages, and vanishing species is something that I personally have learned a lot about from going to the zoo and the wild animal park. If any of you have ever been to the zoo, then this may be something that you've learned about as well. Option two, overflowing landfills. When our trash gets collected, it gets taken, eventually it goes to a landfill. But what happens when landfills get too full of trash and garbage? Well, that's a good question. Option three, air pollution. We have different things polluting our air, and that is one issue you could choose to learn more about. Forest destruction. Different companies are destroying our forests, cutting down trees, and cutting down our trees has an impact because trees are a very important part of how we breathe. Learn more about that. Option five, water pollution. I know that San Diego is full of surfers, and there's so many different nonprofit organizations that work towards solving our water pollution issues by doing things like beach cleanups. When we clean up the beach, the ocean has less to drag back into the ocean. The waves have less trash that gets dragged back into the water. This could also be things like oil spills, things like that. Water pollution is very important for all of the surfers in my class. This should be something you're interested in. And option six, energy depletion. That is another big issue. So on this slide, you're going to go ahead and choose one of the topics. You're going to narrow that down later, but you are going to pick one topic out of the six that we talked about here. You're going to type the topic here. You could even go ahead and start thinking about your research question on this slide. So you're going to have your topic, which is one of these six. Your research question takes that topic and it narrows it down into something a little bit more specific. For example, vanishing species. If I'm going to choose vanishing species, for example, I happen to love animals, so maybe I'm going to choose that. So um when I go to type in on here, I'm going to say I'm going to choose to focus on, I'm going to delete these three dots and I'm going to say vanishing species if that is my choice. And then I can go ahead, oops, there's a red line under here. It's a zigzag red line, and that tells me that there is a spelling error. It's so important to look for those zigzag red lines. Um, because I'm using a trackpad, I click with two fingers. Oh, it's being weird. Let's try that again. So I am going to right click and it tells me how to spell it correctly. This is a good spelling resource. Always look for those red zigzag lines. So I'm going to choose to focus on vanishing species. Now that is only a topic. A research question is more focused. So I'm going to label that and then I'm going to think about my research question. What about vanishing species do I want to focus on? What types of endangered big cats? Oh, another spelling error. I know because there's a red zigzag line. Right click, it spells it for me. Such a good option. But if I didn't want to do that, I could always do tools, spelling, spell check, and this will also help to check my spelling. Always good to do that. Oh, and it uh, found another one, and it's going to go through the entire thing with fantastic help with uh, our spelling. This is an option that we can always use, and I'm going to go back to where we were. So, topic, research question. What types of endangered big cats are vanishing in the wild. So maybe that is my question. And then I would just leave that like you see right there. And that is how you could submit your writing plan as we go along this week. Now, because I need to leave this blank so you guys can make a copy, I'm going to go ahead and delete that just for now. But I'm going to choose to focus on dot, dot, dot. You're going to fill this in with your topic, with your research question, and you've got this. After you have told me your topic and your research question, then you're going to go ahead and move on. I don't need big specifics because your major specifics will come another day. Thursday. So this is now our Thursday lesson. So if you're not ready to see what happens on Thursday, feel free to pause this video now and come back to this video, watch the Thursday section tomorrow. But for Thursday, you're going to do three things. Number one, you're going to research about the topic and research question that you chose. You're going to submit 2 websites to me on slide 20. After that, after you research, you're going to take notes as part of your research, and then you're going to start writing your actual plan. And I'm going to give you more specifics about writing your plan in this video. Again, feel free to watch this, only the parts that you need right at this moment, because you can come back and watch this video later. So, research. So again, the question is, what threats does Earth face? And what you're going to do is research why your issue is a threat to our Earth by using the resources provided. You will need to take notes and discuss the points collected and write an informational essay that explains the facts about this problem. In other words, the problem that you chose. If you choose vanishing species, there are 8 different options here for you to choose from and look at. If you choose to talk about overflowing landfills, there are 7 different options here. If you choose to talk about air pollution, there are 7 options here. If you choose to talk about forest destruction, there are 7 different options here. If you choose to talk about water pollution, there are 7 options here. If you choose to talk about water depletion, I think there may be 5 options here. One of the links may not work. If that is the case and you need another link, you can go ahead and do your own research. If you're going to talk about um, big endangered big cats like I decided to do, I would go to kennel.co. I would do a search here and I would type in big, or I would type in Control A to select endangered big cats search. It's thinking, and now I'm going to go look on here. National Geographic is generally a great resource. So I'm going to open that. What I did is I held the control button and I clicked on the link so it would open in a new page so I can keep looking. This is specific to tigers, so I'm going to open that, check that out. So as you can see, I'm going through here. I'm choosing different options, except I skipped past. Fantastic. I like the website Ducksters a lot. So let's start with Ducksters. So it's going to take a moment to load. As you look at this essay, as you look at this web page for your research, you're going to ask yourself, is this a good resource that I can get a lot of information, enough to support an entire essay? So, oh, this is looking like there's a lot of information here. There are 38 species of cats on the planet. So this is talking about big cats in general. But if my essay is on extinct big cats, I need to make sure there's enough about big cats that are extinct. And if there's not, then this doesn't work for me. So it looks like so far this is just talking about um, cats in general. Endangered cats. There's a whole section. The header right here titled Endangered Cats got my attention. And it says the biggest cat is the Siberian tiger, which can weigh an astonishing 660 pounds and stretch more than 10 feet nose to tail. So it looks like this may be a good website. If this is a good website, I'm going to click to highlight it, Press the CTRL button. Control C is copy. And then I'm going to go to submit my links. I am going to find that, find the slide that asks you to submit your links. So research, submit to links. On this page, what you could do is, I already showed you CTRL, Control and C is copy. Once you have something copied, CTRL V is paste, and it's on here. That's it. You're done for submitting one. For submitting one website. You still have one website left after you've submitted your first one here. I'll leave that blank for you guys. And it's taking a minute to load. After you're done with your research, you're going to move on to taking notes. Taking notes is still part of your research section. You're going to look for each website you choose, take notes on what you learned that you will use in your notes. Questions to consider. Question 1A, what does this website teach you about the topic? Question 1B, are there any quotes, sentences copied and pasted from an expert source that you can find from these websites about your topic? Take notes on the next two slides. One website per notes slide. So here's one of the notes slides. Here is the second notes slide. And what you're going to do is you're going to copy and paste the link to the website that you're going to take notes on, and then you're going to give me as much information as you can that will help to answer your specific research question. Don't put anything on here that does not answer your research question because it won't help you. The goal of your notes is to start getting as much information as you can in order to answer the research question that you chose. After you're done with that, you're going to make a plan. So now I'm going to go through the slides that help you plan your writing. As we go through these planning slides, you are going to keep in mind that you're just getting ready to write. You're not writing paragraphs. You're not writing your essay in here. You're just deciding what you're going to write later on. So introduction, paragraph 1 should have 5 or more sentences. That number 1, introduce your topic, and number 2, ask your research question. So you are going to tell us what your topic is. This is a really good time to use a quote from one of the websites you talked about to help introduce your topic in the first place. And then you're going to talk about the topic, talk about your research question in 5 sentences or more. Paragraph 2 is the first body paragraph. Just like on our last essay, our body paragraphs give us 3 different facts to help answer the research question that you chose to talk about. Now, body paragraph 2 is the first fact that helps to answer your research question. This is a good opportunity to use a quote from one of your websites that helps to answer your research question. Now, you need to have at least one quote in your essay. You don't need to have one inside every single body paragraph, but you totally can. But I just said include one quote from a website you chose because this is a good spot that you can choose to do that. Just make sure you have at least 1 or 2 or more quotes in your essay altogether. Now, body paragraph 3 is the second fact that helps to answer your research question. So you're going to teach me about your second fact that helps to answer your research question. It's another good spot that you could include a quote from a website you chose. Again, this is paragraph 3 of your essay overall, and you are just planning it. You're not actually writing it. So you're just using bulleted information to get it down so that later on when you start writing, you have this to help you. Now, this is your last body paragraph. Paragraph 4 is your last opportunity to teach me information that helps to answer your research question. After this, you're not going to tell us any new information. You're going to review what you taught us in the body paragraphs 2, 3, and 4. Your conclusion is your last paragraph, and it is paragraph 5. This should be 5 sentences or more. It has 2 big goals. Goal number 1 of your conclusion is to tell us how your topic is relevant. Now, this essay is really, really easy to do that because every single topic is connected to a problem that the earth has, and we all live in earth, so that is a huge way that we are connected. So goal number 1, why should we care about your topic? And you have to tell us um, why your topic is important to your community. Why is it important to Poway? Why is your topic important to California? Why is your topic important even to the world as a whole? Because again, we're talking about um, issues that face the world. And the other thing is you're going to use the facts that you taught us in your body paragraph. You're going to take the information you taught us in your body paragraph. You're going to review it. No new information in the conclusion. The only place for new information is the introduction and the body. The conclusion, you don't tell us anything new. You just tell us, I taught you this before, and it answers my research question because da 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 da. So you are going to answer your research question here once and for all, and you're going to tell us why your topic is important. And let me move. This is what your essay will look like overall. This is just the basics of just an overview of everything you're going to be doing from the beginning till the end. So you can use this as like a checklist to make sure that you have completed everything. So once you're done with that, now your writing plan will hopefully be pretty complete. But if you don't finish your writing plan on Thursday, then feel free to go ahead and work on your writing plan on Friday as well. Friday, your writing plan for sure needs to be done. And then what you're going to do is actually start to write a draft of your essay. And here are some instructions for you to do that. You're going to open a Google Doc to actually write your essay. You're going to use this Google slide presentation to help organize that essay that you write. So your essay can be titled Earth Day Essay, Essay 2. Make sure your name is in it so it's easy to find. And then you have to share it with me by either putting it in your Spartan classwork Google Drive folder or clicking the share button and typing my email. And as you go through, I want you to use the writing plan you created to help you organize your writing. Don't forget, 5 paragraphs total. And you can go back and review expectations by watching this video. That's it. That will take you into the weekend, and have an awesome week. I'm going to post this in Flipgrid, so please ask me any questions you have in Flipgrid. But I want you to use Flipgrid to have a conversation about the topic that you're choosing. Tell us what topic you are thinking about doing and share your research question inside of the Flipgrid. Have an awesome day. Let me know if I can help you with anything at all.